In some ways, life is back to normal for so many of us, but not for the ones who are losing loved ones because of COVID-19. Florida communities are seeing more deaths every single day. An average of 15 people per day are dying because of COVID-19, and that is much lower than earlier this summer when our state was seeing hundreds of deaths reported each day. But experts are hoping that the number of deaths will drop as hospitalizations are now going down. However, all of these COVID deaths and the backlog of so many of them have made it tough for local cemeteries to keep up. 10 Tampa Bay's Emerald Morrow takes a look at how tough it's been on grieving families that are desperate for peace.
You're already grieving, and now you have to wait for your loved one to actually get a final rest.
At Orlando Good's family-run funeral home in East Tampa,
Well, this is Good's funeral home.
deaths from COVID are once again on the rise.
The funeral homes are getting overloaded.
And so are the places where those in grief lay their loved ones to rest.
The cemetery can't build enough vaults to put in the ground or dig enough holes to bury these folks' loved ones. So now we're having to wait a week later to bury people.
Sometimes the wait is even longer.
My best friend just passed away last week, actually on Saturday, and he's not going to be laid to rest until October 2nd.
James Lang is also grieving the loss of his mother who passed in August. He came to Rest Haven Cemetery on East Hannah for a headstone. It's one of the cemeteries struggling to keep up with burials. Workers say they were so behind they couldn't make anyone available to talk to us.
Normally, someone's out the ground for maybe a week at the most, but then when it's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it just, it prolongs a situation where you can't get over the hurt of losing a loved one.
Lang says his loved ones did not have COVID, but the increase in COVID deaths means other grieving families are impacted. The CDC reports more than 49,000 people have died from COVID across the state. And those who care for heartbroken families have one plea for those still here.
We need people to get vaccinated. Be cautious of your surroundings and just be careful when you're out in the public.
And try to save as many lives as we can through vaccinations. Speaking of that, the Mayo Clinic reports that of Florida's nearly 21 million people that live in our state, 67% have had at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine.